How to increase your credit score in 2 main steps. Your credit score is perhaps the most critical indicator of your financial health. A high credit score means access to higher credit limits, lower credit rates, lower insurance premiums, more housing options, and much more. However, despite being so important, we are still not taught how to manage it in school. So in this video, I'll share my tips on increasing your credit score to 720 or higher. I did it, and so can you. What's up, guys? My name's Gilberto from Credit Guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with all things finance and credit related. Let's get into it. Now, to understand how you can increase your credit score, you should first familiarize yourself with how credit scores work. That is, how they are calculated and the factors used to calculate them. Credit scores usually range between 300 and 850, but people don't usually have credit scores as low as 300. The rule of thumb is that anything below 630 is considered poor. Between 630 and 689, fair, 690 and 719, good, and finally, above 720 is excellent. So what affects your credit score? The answer varies with the scoring model, but the 5 main factors are your credit history, credit usage/utilization, credit history length, new credit, and credit mix. That said, your payment history and credit utilization are the biggest factors affecting 35% and 30% of your credit score, respectively. So, those two alone make up 65% of your credit score. The best part is that they're within your control, and so you can leverage them to increase your credit score. How? Tip number 1, pay your bills on time. When you use your credit card, you get a balance statement at the end of the month. You want to make sure you are at least paying the minimum balance by the payment deadline to maintain good credit standing. However, aim to pay your entire balance for the month, as paying only the minimum means you carry the remaining portion off of that debt to the next month, which will accrue more interest. To ensure you're meeting your payment obligations, create a budget so that you know your income versus expenses. Charge only what you can already afford. Most importantly, automate your repayments so you don't have to track due dates. If for some reason you missed the payment deadline, pay as soon as possible. Usually the credit card company doesn't report the missed payment to the credit bureau if you're still within 30 days of the deadline. Now, if you already have outstanding payments, the goal should be to keep them up to date. Remember, the longer your payment stays, the bigger the impact on your score. Tip number 2, lower your credit utilization to below 30%. First off, let's understand credit utilization. By definition, credit utilization is the amount you use on your credit card compared to your monthly limit. It's calculated by dividing your total balances on your credit cards by the total credit limits. However, your credit utilization per card also matters. So why is credit utilization important to lenders? It shows them just how responsible you are with credit. If, say, you spend 80 or 90% of your combined credit card limit, lenders will consider you risky and be concerned about your ability to pay it all back. Lower credit utilization is always better. The general rule is keeping it below 30%. However, I would recommend even lower. Aim for less than 10% of your total credit limit. So what can you do if you exceed the safe credit utilization range? A trick I have found useful is to find out your card's statement closing date and then pay off a chunk of your balance before that. Basically, the statement closing date is when the credit company sends your credit utilization information to the credit bureau. So your reported utilization will be lower if you reduce your balance before this date. These 2 tips alone can help you increase your credit score massively. Do that and review your credit report regularly to ensure no inaccuracies, and you'll definitely see an improvement. Now over to you. What has your credit journey been like? Anything you'd like me to see covered? Drop a comment below and be sure to like the video. For more content like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop. Until next time.